Hi there, it's Raven here, getting ready to do it for whomever needs this reading, which is a reading for whomever might need it. It could be some useful information. It could be your energy, someone else's energy, a mix of both, but it cannot and will not resonate with all. And of course, personal reading information is down below. All right, let's see the strongest messages that need to come out. There's someone that is, I don't know if it's like testing the waters or wanting to poke, wanting to, take like a baby step out, like it's almost like that, like peeking in. I just keep wanting to do this for some reason. Tiptoe, that type of energy. Like not fully jump in, not be so obvious, not be forthright, not death. 9 of Swords. Yeah, there's someone here that is nervous as hell to do something, say something, try something, start something, step into something, come clean about something, admit something. You get the idea. They're nervous as hell. However, the stress, the worry, the anxiety, the overthinking, the sleepless nights, the downward spiral, the negative thoughts, the what ifs, the this and that is consuming them. So in order to get that release, because we have the 9 of Swords reversed, and for it to end with the Death card, they have to accept something, release something, let go of something, allow something, step into something. You get the idea? It's really stressing someone out. But the only way to get that relief is to do something about it. 5 of Swords, but the struggle is real. There's a lot of fear here. There's a lot of, but if I do that, there's going to be a fight. There's going to be jealousy. There's going to be conflict. There's going to be retaliation. There's going to be judgment. There's going to be fill in the blank. We can do this to ourselves as well with the 5 of Swords. So someone could even be doing it to themselves because it's that mental mind game that we play with ourselves, especially with all of these swords. It's that self-defeating energy, like, I just can't. Or we talk ourselves into it, I just don't want to. You see what I'm saying? Or it's someone that is fearing the worst, like the absolute worst. But in order to get to the 3 of Pentacles, which is that growth, that contract, that collaboration, that expansion, or that respect, you got to get past this. So someone wants this, the 3 of Pentacles. They have to allow in the Death card. They have to say something, do something, deal with something, because they know with the High Priestess, they know exactly what they need to do to have this relieved. Knight of Swords. Look at all the swords. Talk about mental. I literally just did this with my own head. It's so much conflict in the mind. Fears, anxiety, stress, worst case scenarios, stories, memories, this. It's like haunting. It's brutal. And someone here is so scared of some kind of either consequence, retaliation, judgment, like I said, reaction, pushback. I don't know. Someone else could be very, very, very aware of that as well. They've been sitting and observing. They can just feel that someone is going through a lot of turmoil. It's almost like they want to just rush in, get it over with, because they can't take it anymore. This feels like almost like this. If I took I don't know, a can of pop or something and just keep shaking it and shaking it and shaking it and shaking it and shaking it, like that's what this feels like. Just like within someone, it's like they're being shook and shook and shook and shook and shook and shook, and they're going to explode. it feels like silence too. I know it's the Knight of Swords, but this feels like silence. It almost feels like someone is trying to plan every single thing, what's going to happen, how's it going to happen, what's this, what's that. They're trying to see it from yeah, 5 of Pentacles, a 7 of Swords. It's all swords. And all of this is leaving someone feeling defeated. Fear of rejection, fear of being outcast, fear of not being accepted, fear of being wrong, fear of being judged, fear of being pushed aside, fear of loss, fear. And all of this, I can feel, oh my God, the struggle within someone. It is literally like they just want to run. They want to run. With the 7 of Swords and the Knight of Swords, they just want to run and hide. They want to avoid it. I don't know if they back themselves up into a serious corner that they never even seen that they were heading straight into a corner. And the more they try to backpedal, the more they ended up in a corner. And there's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide. They can't run from their own thoughts. They can't run from what they know, especially with the High Priestess. They can't run from the feeling. They can't run from their memories. They can't run from the truth. They can't run from themselves. They can't run. They are literally backed into a corner here. It's like almost like they're also their own worst enemy right now. They feel like they're in a no-win situation, that they got themselves into some kind of, they know, everyone knows, you know what I mean? That they know better, but they didn't know. They got themselves, they can't lie anymore. They can't run anymore. They want to. They can't fight something anymore. It's like the stress is consuming. They're battling themselves. They could be battling others. It's just too much. Too much. Ooh, this is that can that was shaken to it. It went into like, I don't even know what kind of machine, but it was shaking and shaking and shaking and shaking. And here we are. On the other hand, if this is someone that is scared, they're scared. They're scared of maybe something happened here where people were very mean, very aggressive, they lied and just seriously said a lot of things, or, this is a nasty energy to someone. If this is someone that is trying desperately to get out of this, but they're feeling at a loss, keep going, please. But if this is someone that backed themselves into a corner, there's nowhere to run. Don't believe the lies. If this is others that are trying to back you into a corner, don't believe the lies. Don't believe the lies. Don't start to fight yourself. Fight for yourself. It doesn't matter. But if this is someone that thought they can get away with something, or something was never going to come back and bite them, they got themselves put right into a corner. The Hermit. They got, okay. And the 4 of Cups. They got put right into a corner. It's like it feels almost like they knew better. They knew better. And they can't lie to themselves. And it feels like others could be disappointed. It feels like they could be disappointed. I don't know, but they've been trying to cover this up in silence. Maybe even trying to steal, especially with the 7 of Swords, someone, see the star in there, someone's dream, someone's hope, someone's, and leave them disappointed. It's not going to work. They're paying a consequence within themselves. The Emperor, they thought that they had the upper hand. They thought that they had to say, they thought something. They thought wrong. Because it's all coming back within them. But I go back to a person, if this is someone that feels like they got put into a corner, and it feels like no matter what they do, the lies, the aggressiveness, the fighting, the words, the this and that, don't you dare lose hope. Don't you dare lose faith. Don't you dare lose sight of what you deserve and who you are. You know the truth, especially with the High Priestess and the Hermit. And if you have to move in silence, you do so. But you listen to yourself, not the lies. You. Oh, Five of Pentacles again. Three of Cups. I'm going to get that one in a minute. The Three of Cups wants to be seen, and the Moon. Okay. Someone celebrated too early. Page of Wands, Two of Cups, and there's that Death card. And what they didn't see coming is that Moon card, that the last one laughing, you know what I'm saying, is not going to be them. Because this change, someone didn't see coming. So they can sit in the corner, watch someone else break free from the illusions, from the confusion, from all of that. Maybe enter into a partnership, maybe get good news, maybe get support, whatever the case may be, but they deserve this damn change. And tables have turned here and someone's been put in a corner. For the person that might feel like this is relentless and it's never going to end, it will end. The confusion will clear. You're not alone, or you won't be forever, in whatever way that is. That there is positive news, that there is good news, that there is the light at the end of the tunnel, and it doesn't have to be a train. Queen of Swords, there's that Five of Pentacles, but it's about turning your back on what the stories or the programs or what people said or people want you to believe. Take that Queen of Swords attitude, look directly at the Eight of Swords energy and say, what the hell? You thought I was going to stay there? Or I was put myself in there? Hell no. With the Queen of Swords, we'll cut through that. Restrictions, lies, insecurities, etc., and speak the truth. Make that final decision. Sign on the dotted line to that. Choose them. Speak the truth. Make the right decision. You get the idea. And break free. And if this is someone else that thought that they weren't going to be ever put into a corner to sit, that Queen of Swords is looking. I don't feel like it's... Look, the Queen of Swords is not going to get stuck. They're going to make the right decision. And if someone thought that they had the upper hand, they were mistaken. Keep going. All right. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Take care.